That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
So, sorry I've been gone for so long, guys, but I am back, and tonight at midnight we have the premiere of The Amazing Spider-Man. I, however, am not going, but here we go on reviews of stuff that started it all. Okay, so to start off, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man starring Tobey Maguire. The first one, oh my god, was amazing. I loved the first Spider-Man. I saw it on DVD. It came out like when I was really young, so I didn't really get to see it in movies, in the movie theaters, but I did get to see it on DVD. That movie really started it all. I loved seeing Spider-Man I really didn't know much about Spider-Man, and I loved seeing him like that and discovering what it was. That got me into reading some of the comic books and stuff. But Spider-Man 1 was really what started it all. Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker Spider-Man, and especially Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin, or Mr. Osborn, Norman Osborn. He was just amazing. He was an amazing villain. He's the villain that I remember as really the first Spider-Man villain I can think of, and really the first Spider-Man villain that comes to mind from anybody's viewpoint. So Willem Dafoe was great in Spider-Man 1, and Tobey Maguire was actually pretty good. It was a really good intro into how he got his powers, how he got his spider powers, how he became Spider-Man, and really showing what pushed him and drove him to becoming Spider-Man. Next, we have Spider-Man 2. I believe I did see this in the movie theaters, I just cannot remember. All I remember is seeing it the first time on DVD, and it was just as great as Spider-Man 1, except better. Spider-Man 2 was amazing. It starred the same people. I cannot remember the actor's name who played Doc Ock, but Doc Ock was amazing. He is my favorite villain of all time for Spider-Man. Well, actually, he's not my favorite villain. He's actually my second favorite, but he's my favorite in what he does, because he really isn't a villain. It's those, the arms, basically, that make him a villain. He's actually a really good guy, and all he wants to do is put forward into his, science, and he really doesn't know what's going on. He just wants to basically help out the world in creating, the energy that he can from the fusion reactor, or the fusion stuff that he's doing. He just doesn't realize, that it's actually hurting people, but he wants to help people. So really, when it went through my head, he really is a good guy. He just is, not doing the right thing to become a good guy. And of course, this movie shows into effect how Harry Osborn really wants to kill Spider-Man, and how he doesn't know yet that Peter Parker, his best friend, is actually Spider-Man. But it also plays into effect how he still is angry at Peter, because Peter's job is taking pictures of Spider-Man, so he thinks he has some sort of connection to Spider-Man and could tell him who he is, because Harry wants to kill him. Also, it plays into effect how Mary Jane is getting married. She's engaged. In the end of the movie, of course, everyone knows she doesn't end up getting married, and she runs to Peter. But he plays along with that, and how he wants to be there for her, but he can't, as well as how Peter Parker, because of what's going on, he basically gives up Spider-Man halfway through the movie because he can't control his powers, and then all of a sudden they come back and he becomes Spider-Man again. So Spider-Man 2, my favorite of the Spider-Man movies. So next, we have Spider-Man 3. Now, Spider-Man 3, again, the same people playing it. It was the final of the trilogy. Spider-Man 3 was probably the least favorite, because there was just so much going on. It did have Venom, and I have to say Venom is one of my favorite villains, just because of what he is. He really has something to hate Peter Parker for. The Green Goblin really didn't, Sandman really didn't, and Doc Ock really didn't. But Venom doesn't only hate Spider-Man, but he hates Peter Parker. And so as soon as Eddie Brock becomes Venom and basically takes Venom, the symbiote, off of Spider-Man after he was the Black Spider-Man, he becomes Venom, and all of a sudden he has these powers to beat Spider-Man, and he teams up with Sandman, and they fight against him. Also, this plays into effect Sandman, who is the actual killer of Spider-Man's uncle. He didn't mean to kill him, but he accidentally did, and he's been living with that. Also, he's really just a villain. He's kind of like Doc Ock, where he's really just a villain. He's not even a villain. He was a small-time crook, and he was really just trying to raise money for his sick daughter's, medical care, basically, which is actually, pretty sweet, but it's also the wrong reason to go into becoming a villain. Also, this brings into effect the Hobgoblin, I believe is his name, where Harry becomes the Goblin and takes control of, all of the bombs, and has the new board, which is kind of like a hoverboard, as well as it has him and Peter fighting because now he knows who Spider-Man is. He knows he's Peter Parker. And in the end, you see them finally team up, and it's a 2-on-2 battle against Sandman and Venom versus Spider-Man and Spider-Man and the Hobgoblin, which I thought was a great battle scene. I love that battle scene. Just so much was going on that it really was hard to follow. As well as it brings into effect the black-suited Spider-Man. The black-suited Spider-Man, the emo Spider-Man. I thought he was actually pretty cool. They didn't show him much. Like, really at the beginning, when he first gets the suit and he has no idea what's going on, then he wakes up and all of a sudden he has the suit. I thought that was pretty cool. My favorite fight scene would have to be in the subway, deep underground where they're fighting against Sandman, where they're throwing each other against the trains and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool, and it really showed how angry he actually was, since the anger he has is fueling the suit. So I thought Venom is a pretty good, cool character, especially when he's on Spider-Man and creates the black suit Spider-Man. But Spider-Man 3, not my favorite of the trilogy. To recap, it goes Spider-Man 2 is my favorite, Spider-Man 1 is my second favorite, and Spider-Man 3 is my least favorite. So I hope you guys have liked this video. As I promised, I will hopefully have 2 videos up today. I am not going to see the Amazing Spider-Man premiere tonight. I probably won't even see it tomorrow. And Wednesday's 4th of July, so I do not know. I may not be able to see it until Thursday. Hopefully I can see it Thursday, however. As for this, guys, I hope to get that review up for you of The Amazing Spider-Man, because I cannot wait to go see it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for sticking with me while I was gone. Can't wait to see you guys in the next video, and I will see you later. Peace.